Hello and welcome to part 10 of Learn to Embroider with Winnie the Pooh and Friends. In this tutorial we will continue to add to the Balloons in the Rain quilt square using the new stitch, the closed buttonhole stitch, to create texture around the edge of the pink balloon fabric, which we will again attach using applique. You will also use backstitch to embroider the outline of the 3 clouds and learn another new stitch, the Danish knot, to add some filling and texture to the clouds. This video, along with the step-by-step instructions in your stitch library from the magazines, will help you to learn any new stitches. I really hope you'll enjoy continuing to add to your Balloons in the Rain square in this tutorial with me today. For today's stitches we are going to need the following items: the Balloons in the Rain square, your pink balloon template from the magazine, the pink spotty fabric from issue 5, the Bonder web, threads number 8 which is white, 52 which is a bubblegum pink, and 218 which is the purple variation. Plus you'll also need your embroidery needle, embroidery scissors, an iron and ironing board, tracing paper and pencil, and pins. To start with, we will add the pink balloon using applique, just as we did in the previous issue for the yellow balloon. So trace the design onto a piece of tracing paper with a pencil. Turn the tracing paper over to reverse the design. Then trace the reverse design onto the paper side of your Bonder web. Then cut around the design roughly. Place the rough side onto the back of your fabric and press in place with an iron on the right side of the fabric. Cut your shape precisely on the line this time. Removing the backing paper, position your applique shape where you want it. Then iron the right side of the applique fabric to fuse it to the base fabric. Now this is ready to stitch the edges to secure the applique by using the closed buttonhole stitch. The closed buttonhole stitch is a decorative and functional embroidery stitch characterised by its V-shape and uniform appearance. The closed buttonhole is the perfect stitch to add detail and texture to the pink balloon applique, as it contrasts nicely with the other edging stitches used on the yellow and green balloons. To start with, I will prepare 3 strands of thread number 52, which is the bubblegum pink. We're going to work the stitch along 2 imaginary parallel lines. We start at the bottom line and create a diagonal stitch to the right, then push your needle back along the bottom line, pointing to the left to come out a little along from where you started, keeping the thread under the needle point, and pull your thread all the way through. Then push the needle back down at the top of the stitch created and bring back up in a downward diagonal motion with the needle emerging at the bottom line, pointing to the right. Make sure the thread is looped under the needle point. Then pull the thread through so it tightens around the needle, creating a triangle shape. Continue the stitch by creating the sequence again, starting with the diagonal stitch, and creating a backwards L shape around the needle. Unlike the buttonhole stitch, which has a visible spacing between each loop, the closed version features closely worked stitches with the arms of each stitch lying flush against one another. This creates a dense, scalloped edge that adds both visual interest and structural integrity to the fabric edges. The top of the stitch forms a neat horizontal line, while the lower edge features a repeated series of V-shapes. Closed buttonhole stitch is often used to reinforce fabric edges, especially in applique or around cutout areas in embroidery. It is frequently seen in heirloom sewing, needle lace and folk embroidery traditions. Its density makes it especially suitable for outlining shapes or creating textural borders in decorative embroidery. The stitch can also be adapted into creative patterns such as fans, scallops, or layered designs when worked in rows or varied in length. Because of its strength and visual appeal, the closed buttonhole stitch serves both a utilitarian and ornamental role in most needlework. Once I've finished the edge of the balloon, then I will stitch the balloon tie edge using a back stitch, also using 3 strands of thread number 52. For more information on how to do the back stitch, please do check out the previous videos. I will then move on to the clouds, and using 3 strands of thread number 218, which is the purple variation, I will use backstitch to give each of the 3 clouds an outline. And then to add our final stitch for today, which is the Danish knot, we will stitch the detail of the clouds using 3 strands of thread number 8, which is the white. The instructions for this stitch can be found in stitch number 11 from your stitch library, which is included in issue number 8 of your magazine. The Danish knot stitch is a decorative embroidery stitch that combines the visual appeal of both knotted and straight stitches. Step 1. Create a diagonal straight stitch pointing to the left. Then come up at the bottom left point to form a triangle. Then slide the needle underneath the straight stitch but above the thread without catching the material underneath. Pull the thread all the way through but not too tightly. Take your needle back around and slide it under the stitch close to the bottom right corner of the triangle, making sure that your first knot is kept above but keeping the thread below the needle. Pull all the way through. Push your needle back down through the fabric at the bottom left of the triangle to secure the knot. The result is a small anchored loop or knot giving a raised beaded appearance. Danish knot has a distinct appearance. It looks like a tiny knot or bead sitting neatly at the end of a short straight stitch. It gives it a textured, slightly raised look that catches the light and adds great dimension to the fabric and embroidery design. The stitch is not as commonly known as some of the foundational stitches, but it is valued for its unique textured look that adds depth to the embroidered designs. This stitch is essentially a hybrid between a knot and a short straight stitch, and is often used in decorative patterns, particularly in floral designs, borders or fillers where a textured effect is desired. It can also serve as a variation on the French knot or bullion knot, but it is generally quicker and easier to execute. Embroiderers might use it in repeating rows or clusters to create patterns that pop off the fabric with a subtle 3-dimensional effect. Because it offers both structure and softness, the Danish knot stitch is especially striking when worked with a thicker thread like pearl cotton or wool, and it responds well to variegated thread that adds depth to each individual knot. Whether used sparingly or in abundance, this stitch provides a charming, slightly rustic texture that stands out beautifully in both traditional and contemporary embroidery. So that is the second section of the Balloons in the Rain square complete. I really hope you've enjoyed continuing to make your Winnie the Pooh quilt with me today, and I hope you'll join me for the next tutorial where you'll use a new stitch, threaded back stitch, to create the pink balloon string, and you'll also go back to basics when you use straight stitch to add rainfall to the balloons in the rain. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.